Okay.
Welcome, 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 everyone, to another episode of Share Your Journey. And I'm so super excited to have everybody join in today. Thank you so much for taking time out on this Wednesday morning. It is the very first one of 2026, and we are going to get it started. Like, let's get this party started. I don't know even who makes that song, but that just came to mind. But for those of you that are new or have forgotten why I do these share your journey episodes every Wednesday, I try to do them every Wednesday, is I really just want to honor every kind of journey. In many ways, that's what I believe travel is about. It's not about the places we go, it's the path that leads us there. So, this Share Your Journey is a series that I created a little bit late last year that's all about you, everybody that's in my Facebook group, your life, your journey. Because the path that you travel just may inspire somebody else to take their first step, and together we can help others turn their daydreams into destinations. Woohoo! That's like, yeah, that kind of worked today. All right. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce our very first guest of 2026, Jamil Mathis. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Stacy, so much for having me. I love how that daydreams to destinations. I love how you worded that. That was beautiful.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you, thank you. That's what we
you're
try to
welcome.
do here. Wherever, whatever you're daydreaming about, we're trying to get it to a destination. So it may not be a travel destination, which that's what I do. It just may be a destination in life. So that's why I like to celebrate and I have these share your journeys. So let's get started. Um, so this is all about you, Jamil. And what I'd like to know, what does life look like for you right now on January 21st, 2026? What part of the work that you do brings you the most amount of joy? And if you want to share with us what you do, because I don't believe not everyone knows exactly what you do, so you can incorporate that too.
Okay, I appreciate that. And thanks for having me as a guest, as your first 2026 guest as well. I'm honored and I'm grateful. I'm a certified mindset success coach slash business consultant, trained by the late great legend Bob Proctor from the Law of Attraction. So basically, my purpose is to reveal the hidden potential in everyone and help guide them to their truest desires. So I help them basically move to destinations in their lives, personally and professionally. And what's so fulfilling about it is I don't feel like I'm ever working anymore.
Right, right.
And I actually, one of my New Year's resolutions is to kind of, I wouldn't say stop, but slow down at a certain time every day because it doesn't, I can do it until I fall asleep from morning to night. And it doesn't feel like work anymore, which is a true blessing to accomplish and to, attract in my life. So, yeah, and another thing is also service, where it's funny, I was just checking some messages last night, and I have a private group of my clients. I'm just seeing wins,
Mm.
you know, sharing things they accomplished that they never done before, and they got out of their comfort zone. They achieved things, and that's the most fulfilling in this business is to see someone grow beyond their own presence, what they thought they could do, and
Yes.
like a proud parent,
Yes, 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 most definitely. I want to shout out Ada. She's watching us live today. So thanks, Ada, for joining us today. If you have any questions for Jamil, certainly drop them in the chat and I'll let him know what's coming up. Um, but that is amazing. I think that is wonderful because, they say, if you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life. And it is so hard as an entrepreneur when you find that you can work from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight every day, all day, because you don't feel like you're working.
yeah, yeah, and it's something you know I'm so blessed to have that in my life, but at the same time, I look back, most of my career has been traditional work.
Mm,
And, you know, I'm never to say anything negative because I realized it was shaping me and it was working for me and
mm,
nothing happens to me. And now that I realize that, this is kind of like the graduation, right? This is what my spirit was seeking. And I kind of graduated into what I always desired, working out of anywhere in the world I want, out of my office, out of the dining room, anywhere, and also to have a impact, right? So it's
mm,
not work; it's more like alignment.
mm, so true. I'm really holding on to that word alignment. So that actually brings me to the next question. So let's go back a bit. So obviously you haven't always been doing what you're doing now. So can you tell me about a time when you felt completely lost? Like what was happening then and or where were you not aligned? And why was that? This is a lot, kind of two-part question, but three-part question. What was kind of going on then? Like kind of tell me why that was like a turning point for you.
Um, it's interesting. It's such a great question too, because for me, I never felt lost. I
Mm,
felt guided, and but I did feel at one point later in my career, right after college, um, I was working, in the same space for about 13 years for a while, and up until that point, I kind of reflected. I was like, you know what? I kind of been falling into different jobs. I've been working traditional jobs since, wow, I think 13.
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
worked for the landscaping company. It's so funny. So, but everything kind of led to the next thing, and I never stopped to understand: is this what I really want to do?
Mm,
And have a vision of where I wanted to go. And I think when I got very comfortable, and I remember this quote: "Comfort is a cousin to death." And when you're comfortable, just getting a paycheck or you got food in the fridge, you're paying your expenses, etc. But I
mm,
wasn't fulfilled.
mm,
I really wasn't. And I remember sitting in my cubicle that day,
mm-hmm.
and I getting paid well, and I was just like,
Right.
what, I'm meant for more.
Mm.
I just kept feeling it. I said, this isn't it.
So
And oh, go ahead.
no, so it wasn't, and I didn't mean to interrupt. So it wasn't a lost feeling. It was just the more, needing more.
Yeah, not more money or whatever. It's more expression, I would say.
Mm,
Like I had more value to
mm,
give
mm,
than to, you know, um, it's kind of like, it's interesting. I always like comparing it to nature.
mm-hmm.
So if you have like a flower or a plant, it's not getting enough sunlight, it can't become what it's meant to,
Mm,
right? So it's not getting its nourishment, but it wants to become. But in that environment, it can't grow. It can't become. So I had to change my environment. And to do that, you have to face discomfort,
mm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Especially if you've been working for different jobs, different companies all your life. And as a new dad at the same time. So it was a
Mm,
lot of discomfort to take a risk. But most importantly, follow the voice within, you know.
mm.
It'll speak to you when you're quiet and you can hear it and feel it. So that one day, I just remember saying that to myself. I finished all my work that day. I'm just kind of sitting around,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you slow down, you're able to hear.
Okay.
You really are. And that's what I do often to be more present every day. Because I still have some of those conditioning where, you know, I have to slow myself down to be present.
Wow. Jamil, you would have no idea how powerful what you said. I don't know about anybody else out there listening, but how you have touched me. One, you started talking about comfortability, and I just read a quote about comfort being the biggest addiction ever.
Mm.
And underneath it was your dreams, your goals, just everything that sometimes that comfortability doesn't allow you to embrace and enjoy. So that's kind of what I was hearing from you, like, you got comfortable. And in that comfortability, not that it's bad, but your dreams, that stuff that makes you feel alive, like you've got butterflies in your stomach every single day you know. And so, of course, for me, people may say it's a coincidence, but I call it a God wink, kind of an affirmation of, okay, all right, Stacey, I read this before I got out of bed, before I even texted you this morning. And then it's just, that's how things move. And you touched upon comfortability and that being a turning point for you. So thank you so much for that. And
Yeah,
then
you're very.
and
I'm above.
slowing down. Some things transpired yesterday, and I hear you when you say sometimes you have to just slow down. And if you slow down, you